episode 3 of our Speed Let's Play. We're going to get straight into it. Basically, we bought that big field in the last one. We need to get that turned around, and one of our fields to our right, that needs turning around as well. So let's get started. So the first thing that we need to do is that field that I mentioned just there. We need to get it subsoiled. So we'll just put a couple of lines in here, and then we can set a worker away. But with the greenhouse being where it is and the water tank, I like to create a bit more space. That's all. You can see it's already bringing rocks up, so it's something we'll have to see to in a second. So we'll just get that worker started. And then with this, I actually forgot. I thought I was recording, so I did the first sort of half of the headland without recording it. Like I said, I thought I was on. I checked, and I hadn't started. But this is this has ended up being a massive hill. I didn't realise when we bought it. I didn't realise how big it was until I've got the equipment in and started doing it. I mean, the thing with this one as well is, if it was actually fully fertilised, it's not even fertilised at all, and it has got 50% weeds as well. But if it was in a perfect state, we would have got so much off this. We end up getting a decent amount, and you'll see how that progresses. Because I've already done the next episode of this, so you'll see where we're going with it. But yeah, I think it's what could have been with this field, or for this particular crop, to be honest. But then again, it's a free crop, isn't it? We bought it like this, so I don't think we can really complain too much. I mean, you'll see there just how big it is compared to the other fields that we've got. So we put this on a worker soon, and then I say we put it on a worker. We need to get the cart over first and get carting the grain back, and then a lot of it is done on a worker after that. So yeah, we get this put out the way, and then we go and get is it steer? That one. So I mean, this is a theme of, because the field's so large, there is quite a lot of sort of back and forth. I haven't put them all in. I've put some of them in, but it would have been daft to just stick every single journey in. So we get that worker on, and then we'll get this back over to our farm. I can't actually remember if it's on this one or not, but the layout of the farm will change, and I don't think it's in the final edit. However, as soon as I see it, I'll talk about it. I'm sure it's in this one and not the next one. So yeah, you've seen we've sort of jumped forward a little bit there as well, just to get up to that 100%, and then get the grain cart back over. There we are there. You can see with the worker, it done some strange sort of angles. I couldn't work out why there's them two triangles. We do a cultivating contract now with this John Deere. It's an absolute beast, isn't it? I can't even remember what type it is. Is it like an R9 or something like that? I can't remember. The bad thing about doing this is I can't just jump out and have a look, because obviously I've already did the recording, and with it being at ×4 as well, it's I just can't see. I think if I go down close to it, I might. I've been trying to do that on a lot of them now. Whether it's started in this one or not, but I've been trying to go down to the cab with the camera, just so we can get a look at the different machinery that we're using. I mean, this was dead easy to use compared to the Russell mash that we used. I don't even know what the difference is between horsepower or anything like that, but this was so much easier. mean, it looks pretty decent as well, doesn't it? They're not the type of tractors that I'd be sort of drawn to, but well, as you know, if you've watched any of the series, it's the older tractors that I tend to like. But yeah, it is a bit of a beast, isn't it? So again, back for more grain. Do it on the hop this time though. I put the worker on the actual rectangular bit just to see if they would mess that bit up as well, like they have with the others. Just do random triangles all over the field. But I mean, we're already up to 10:30, so I think we started the video just after 7, didn't we? So you can see it's taken quite a decent amount of time with the harvesting. Ah, the farm's changed there. There you'll be able to see. So basically, that hayloft we sold, we got 31 grand for. No point in keeping it whatsoever because we'd never use it. We also sold the silage pit. Again, we'd chance to never use it because I'll do bales, and I think there's also been an issue as well with some silage pits where it's been keeping quite a lot of money in. Quite a lot of money. I suppose it is money, but quite a lot of silage that you can't remove from it, which I know we've had issues in FIFA, in FS19 before. And in particular, I did on Greenlands, the Let's Play series that we did on Greenlands. I couldn't clear the silos there, so I thought we'd get rid of that. I think we got about 12 grand back for that as well. And the last thing we sold was the water Bowser. I think we got just over a grand back for that. Just them 3 things we'd never have used, so I thought I might as well sell them. It's going to be invested. If you don't see it at the end of this episode, which I don't think you do, we do see it at the beginning of episode 4 even. This is 3, isn't it? Yeah, episode 4, you'll see where the money is starting to go to. So yeah, like I said, transporting this grain was a bit of a feature today. We just about finished here with the John Deere work. I did quite a lot of it. I'm just finishing this bit off here. So we've done it's only 3.5 grand, but it's an easy 3.5 grand just to set away. We're going up. It's just to be on the right hand side from what I remember. We actually end up doing quite a bit of work in this area in the next couple of episodes as well. This fertilising contract was something like, I'm sure it was something like 13 grand, something like that. Did I say that just before we come on? They're absolutely crazy. There's so much, it's the value for money of them is fantastic. And obviously you spend money on fertiliser, which isn't cheap, but even if you put a worker on them, it's well worth it when you're just constantly topping that them funds up. And I mean, even you can see it now. We're in the 60s, cash wise. It was in the 60,000s, wasn't it, a few minutes back? But now we're already in the 70s as we drop back down to 69, obviously. But I mean, you'll see once we complete this contract and then some others, we're well back up there. These stones is just a second lot off. I've got this on lease, so this is actually costing us money whenever I use it, but it's something we need to do. Especially if I end up going for these fields down the bottom here, which is still a good possibility. One of the things I'm thinking about doing is, why have sort of 5 individual fields? I guess there's a couple I might join together. There's probably quite a bit of space between the tracks, isn't there? So I don't know which ones I'll do yet. What I'll probably do is I'll do a track all the way sort of north to south or east to west, and I'll just get rid of it. Here we put in, what I've decided to do is put oilseed rape in. We've already fertilised it once, but I just thought we're not going to be planting anything anyway yet, so why not get what's essentially like free fertiliser. It's so cheap. It uses next to no seed whatsoever. So why not do that? So yeah, that's the plan for them fields there. I'm not sure if we run out of time to plant that oilseed though. We've only got maybe 2 months left to plant it, so any fields that we get after, we might not be able to do that in. So we're starting to come to the end of the harvest, but you can see it's 1 o'clock in game time, and it's took a while. I tell you what I found with this as well. It doesn't look so bad when I'm watching it back now, but when I was doing it, I don't know if it was because sun on the TV screen or what, but them two colours, trying to think which what's the sorghum that's already been harvested, was an absolute nightmare. So they're 13,700 for that fertilising contract, absolutely ideal. And then we get another one down the bottom here that takes no time at all. So yeah, just the colour clash, it was really, really difficult. I remember being in the actual field and thinking, I can't see what I'm doing here. But like I said, watching it back now, it doesn't seem as bad, so it just must have been conditions at the time. What I did here, because I needed the steer tractor, I just left the grain cart there. That's been filled once, and then we've just got whatever we have left in the actual combine that we can just go on empty, can't we? We can go and put that straight in it. We actually, right at the end, you'll see in the outro, we make a decision about this field, and it's not something that I was overly happily doing, but it's, yeah, I had no choice really. Wasn't decent foresight on my part. So we'll get this over, and yeah, we'll just empty this straight into the silo. What I was going to say is I love the colours when the fields are sort of freshly turned over like that. I think they look fantastic. The colouring in general, I think, looks brilliant compared to 19. So yeah, this contract's just finishing off. I bet this will have been decent whack as well. I can't even remember how much it was, but I bet you it was decent. 'Cause it's not a small one, is it? Oh, it's 7,445. I mean, you can't fall out with that, can you? And the same with this one. We've got a spraying contract here. I've put 4,000 litres of herbicide in, which I think is 4,800. I think it's 2,800, isn't it? For 2,400 for every IBC. So I know we've spent some money, but obviously we get it back. This actually ends up going over 2 episodes. This ploughing contract with the class. Just we don't have time to finish it. And I think it's the same with the second field that we put the oilseed rape in as well. Oilseed radish even. With this one, we end up just having to go around the edges a bit because the worker doesn't do it. But I probably could have got away with just 1 IBC full of this, but you get the money back anyway, don't you? You get what you pay back for it, so it's not a complete waste. If it goes under 2,400, then we would have needed 2. That's finished, so no, 1 would have done. So 9,000 we get back for that. Got through quite a lot of contracts. I'm trying to think what else. We done the harvesting. I'm going to do something that I normally don't do, and that is we bought field 33. The reason we done that is because it had one of the cereal crops in, which was sorghum. I didn't realise it's as big as what it is. I do not have the equipment to turn that around. Basically, it'll take too long, it'll cost too much money, and I can't afford to buy the equipment. So we are going to sell that, and we will, where are we at? We'll repay the loan. I don't normally like doing that. Like, it's field flipping, isn't it? And for me, it's just it's too easy to play the game that way. But yeah, there's no way I can turn that field around. It's just far too big. It's like 3 times bigger than anything else we've got. Probably more, to be honest. Does it even tell you? No. So we'll have to look at some others. I think when it clicks on to the next day, see what others are ready. I really want these 2 because I don't know. There's just a lot I could do with them. But anyway, we'll see. There's still the ploughing contract up here is still going. I've still got a worker on it. That'll just probably carry on into tomorrow, and the oil seed is just finishing in this one here, so that'll be done by tomorrow as well. And I think that is it. We didn't sell bales today, did we? I don't think we did. I can't remember. Right, we'll leave it here for now. So thank you very much for joining us, and I'll see you again in the next one.